Y'all need to help Stephen Phillips out over there. Out the door and off the radio.
Here's Stephen Phillips.
All right, folks, I am back with you, and I have got a lovely lady. I know y'all have sung her songs over and over again. Strawberry Wine, Did I Shave My Legs for This? And I hope she didn't shave her legs for this. But anyway, Deana Carter, good morning.
Good morning. How's it going?
So far, so good. This is the 25th anniversary of the 5-time platinum album. Are you kidding me?
I know. I can't even believe it. The only reason I know it's been 25 years is because my joints hurt now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you.
I used to do split kicks off the drum riser, and we had a rock and roll show with my Telecaster, and I was one of the first girls to play electric out there rocking, and now I'm kind of like, woo.
I know. I'm at the age now I have to take a breath in between tying my shoes,
I know.
But,
yes, but we're so excited about it. Look, so Capitol Records partnered with me again, and we reissued the album. Initially, we remastered everything,
right.
And then I did collaborations for Strawberry and Did I Shave My Legs for This with some artists, and we released, those in the bonus tracks on the project. So it was super fun and super cool, and you can learn more about it at Deana.com. There's a link there. You can go and check it out and purchase it if you'd like. Very cool.
Yeah, right there, no doubt. Deana.com. We're talking to Deana Carter, and I am not kidding you. This gal has, the songs you put out there, just like Strawberry Wine, that song has lasted the test of time. A lot of songs people put out and they come and they go, but that song is, I guess, one of the songs that's going to be around that a lot of people cover, and a lot of the cover bands does. How does that make you feel?
Oh, man. It's amazing because it's a blessing, obviously, first and foremost.
Right.
And it's also so surprising how it's gotten this whole new breath of life in it. There's like a whole new generation, and then another generation coming up behind that love the song and know the song and associate that with me, which I could never even imagine that would happen. So I'm so excited about it because we're staying busy. It keeps us working, and it's like no time has passed. It's the strangest thing. It's just cool.
Well, in the 90s, and like when you were coming out and all that, to me, that was some of the best country music that was out at the time, and it seemed like nowadays it's kind of washed together. Seemed like it's not, they're looking for that right. I talked to Paul Overstreet the other day, and he was talking about how Nashville's saying they're not actually releasing the best songs because they're not fitting that genre that they're looking for that's actually selling right now, which is absolutely sad. And, but just like, this Strawberry Wine, and then Did I Shave My Legs for This? Man, that song was pretty good to you too, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Well, I know everybody focuses on Strawberry Wine, which is awesome,
mm-hmm.
But we had 5 singles off my first album, and that was a record-breaking, landslide thing
right.
back in 96 and 7 and 8. That first album went for almost 2 full years. So we had Strawberry, and then we had Dance Anyway.
Right.
We Danced Anyway. Then we had How Do I Get There? Those were 3 number 1s back to back. And then we had Count Me In, which I think was a number 2. And then Did I Shave My Legs for This? And they were finally like, okay, I guess we'll move on, because it was. I guess, you've been in radio a long time. Those records, I think Strawberry was like 16 weeks before it charted even back then.
Right.
And so it was months and months of songs being at the top and climbing, and, their journey on the chart was much longer, the arc of that. So it was a wonderful time to be, and still is, but that was just so exciting at radio. We loved to come see you guys
right.
and hang out, and we were all touring, and everybody would come out, and it was just the best time ever to be in country music or in music, period.
Right.
It was just a great, great time.
But that's the thing, okay, you release this album, and it just absolutely, it's hard to re-release another album that does so much as what this, because you know it takes a long time to put an album together. But once you get something like this, then the record labels are like, okay, you got 6 months, we need another one.
Yeah, it's true. And look, and you see the staying power of that record. There's just not. I mean, the Eagles, Bruce Springsteen, you know, all the biggest artists, the Beatles, they never. I mean, they have their specific record, and each one is so different. Mm-hmm. But there's typically the one, you know, the Hotel California, and that's what my album was like for us. Right. Hotel California, really. Mm-hmm. And I'll take it. There aren't many artists that get to have that.
Absolutely.
You know? It's cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. So now, have you been out on the road, or have you been kind of idle? Of course, everybody's been idle with all the COVID and everything. Everybody you talk to, they're like, "Oh, we've been writing songs, so I'm looking for a lot of new songs coming out." But I mean, are you back at? I mean, I know you're back out on the road, but have you been kind of idle and not doing a whole lot for the last couple of years, or what have you been doing?
Oh no, you know, ironically, and here's the cool thing is I can go out and do acoustic. So we were able to go. To keep working even through COVID. I mean, we had maybe 6 months of or 8 months of not a lot going on. Mm-hmm. But then I've worked nonstop since 1994. And I know it's hard to see it because, you know, social media, it's like you reach some and don't reach others and all that kind of stuff. But we have been busy. I mean, we've got 50 shows on the books between now and September.
Yeah, that's great.
And so, again, Deana.com, there's the tour button there. You can see where we're going to be, and I hope people will come see us because we still have a rockin' show, and we play all those hits, and in celebrating the Shave anniversary, we're playing all those songs you'll be able to sing to with us. It's cool.
Yeah, it is. And that's the funny thing, you know. I mean, it is cool to sit there and watch somebody sing your song while you're singing on stage. I know that makes you feel really good.
It does. And it keeps, you know what, it's like it makes me go to the gym during the week and, you know, try to eat healthy and get my rest. And because I want to look good, I want to feel good, I want to still be able to work. And I don't want people to see me and be like faint because I don't look like I used to look. I kind of want to look the same forever, I hope.
No, everybody ages. Just go with it. That's what I say. What the heck? Yeah, just let it rip.
Christy Brinkley doesn't. I don't know what she's doing, but Lord,
I tell them that fat is like it's like Botox, but it's natural. That's the way I look at it. It cuts down on wrinkles.
I'm telling you, I swear. So that's the goal: is to keep working, keep being with the people, keep playing and singing, thanking God for my blessings.
Amen to that. Yep.
Putting one foot in front of the other.
Well, I want to touch on something a little bit because you actually come from what I call music royalty. Your dad was Fred Carter Jr., which, I mean, he was a session musician. He has played on everything that you can think of. One of my favorite, Waylon Jennings. Another one of my favorite is Levon Helms, and it just the list goes on and on. That was your father. Can you? Now, I don't know how many folks out there realize this, but can you talk a little bit about that?
Oh man, well, I'm so honored that you know that, and thank you so much for propping him up because he passed in 2010, and he was just a genius. He was like the most natural musical genius, and he would never admit that or anything, but he could play any instrument. And I'll challenge you this, because you said Levon. If you hadn't seen it already, go to YouTube, or you can go to my website because we have videos of him. But there's a video of him and Levon Helm and Sissy Spacek because they did this. Now, it's just a kitschy, because my dad was known as a guitar player, very famous, you know, on many, many records, like you said, Simon and Garfunkel and Bob Dylan and all these people. But he is playing. He went on tour with Sissy when they were doing that Coal Miner's Daughter movie.
Yeah, I remember
and,
that.
And they had the big tour, and Levon was there. And anyway, it's my daddy playing fiddle. And I'm telling you, I had never even seen him play fiddle.
Really?
In my life. And that is the most amazing. He just saws that thing to shreds. And Levon is sitting there on the mando, and Sissy's got her guitar, and they're singing these kind of folky songs. And Levon's like, come on, get it, Fred Jr., you know, because he loved my dad. They were best friends. And it's the sweetest video. You have to see it. It's crazy. So check it out, because your mouth will hit the floor of what a talented fiddle player he was.
Well, I'm going to go watch it, no doubt. Yep, I am a huge Levon ham. We actually play a little music ourselves, and we do a lot of Levon songs and some of the later stuff. Yeah, I love that. But, I mean, you know, I've always been crazy, and with Waylon Jennings, he was on that, John Anderson, and the list goes on and on what your dad has done. But now you obviously got some of your dad's genes in you, because you're super talented, no doubt. And are you? I mean, you got brothers and sisters? Do they play and help you and that kind of stuff?
Well, thank you for the compliment. That is so sweet. We are all musical. My older brother he played the horns, and he was first chair in the orchestra and the band and all that stuff. And he's probably the more tactile, like learned, you know, reading music and all that stuff.
Right.
And then my baby brother, Jeff, he played guitar with me for years.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a phenomenal guitar player and music historian.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I just got like this. I do the finger picking, which I love to play. I love to finger pick on the guitar. I still want to do ripping leads at some point.
Yeah, we call it chicken picking. That's what we're at. Yeah.
Oh man, but that isn't really the producing. I mean, I was one of the. I co-produced my first record. I didn't get credit for it, but just and all the records since. But I just growing up in the studio, I love producing records. I love finger picking, and I love that, you know, songwriting and the development of a song. So, and to be honest, the marketing and all that, the business side of it, I like being involved in all that. So we did get to see every aspect of the music business growing up, from label heads and recording and publishing and all that, because Dad did all that stuff, you know.
Well, that's the fun part about it. And, of course, now you were back in the day when you know, nowadays you write a song, you don't get nothing for it, seems like. It's just the songwriters are hurting, man. It's just crazy.
Man, it is. It's a shame. Now, the good news is I hope that the legislation is going to stick for, you know, a lot of people don't know that when they download our music and stream that we just don't get paid.
That's why they need to go to Deana.com and order it directly from you, where you'll get the cash. I'm with you.
Yeah, and I will say iTunes has probably been the best about that, so they've been pretty cooperative, and some new legislation hopefully will pass that we'll get credit, you know, and get paid, because there's no other, I mean, if you raise cattle, you don't just give them away.
No.
You know, if you go to an office, you don't just go do that for fun. I mean, we love doing music, but it's still, we need to make a living at it. So,
well, that's hard work. People don't realize that. I mean, it is hard work. I mean, you know, and everybody looks on the outside in at the traveling and the touring, going all the cities and all that stuff. But I mean, it's draining. I mean, honestly, it's absolutely hard work. The fun part's getting on the stage, but you know, and performing. But all that goes into that is just it's unreal, and people don't realize that.
Yeah, it is. But like, you know, like any job, if you're doing what you love, then you don't feel it so much. It's cool.
Yeah, I guarantee it. But now you're back in Nashville. You told me that you're back in Nashville. I mean, no, you're in Florida. You're in Florida.
Right. Yep.
Beautiful.
Yep. We are. We're in the Panhandle, and we get back to Nashville a good bit. I'll be there in a week or so, writing and doing the Opry. We're trying to do the Opry as much as we can, and, you know, that's a very special thing, being a Nashville native. I was born in Nashville, which makes people, they don't believe me, but it's true. It's like I was born and raised there. So it's fun to be home, and that's a great place to be.
Yep. Deana.com. I keep saying that. We're talking to Deana Carter. She has got a brand 25th anniversary edition, groundbreaking, the releasing this. Now, let me ask you something on the releasing this, because, you know, 8-track tapes are no longer around, and neither are CDs. So is this like digital downloads, or how do you, if somebody buys your album, how does that work?
Yeah, there are. Again, on that link, I think they were selling bundles too. They had some vinyl for sale. They had some, you could do a bundle of like the vinyl record, a strawberry air freshener for your car, which was really fun.
Right.
They were giving away guitars, just the different kinds of bundles that we had the link on the website. So you guys go check that out. And obviously iTunes and, wherever you get your music, you can be sure to look for the 25th anniversary edition as opposed to the original version. You get a whole lot of extra content because they released like a lot of the demos that we did that didn't make the record. That songwriting journey. There were a ton of songs that didn't make the album. So it was fun listening back through all those things. And I was so young.
You're still young. Yeah. You're still just a baby.
Well, I hope so. I hope so forever, but we're still kicking.
Yeah, I'm looking right now on your website. Did I shave my legs for this 25th anniversary edition signed guitar? Now that's pretty cool.
It's very cool. They're so pretty. It's the the album cover where my head's down.
Right.
It's got the pretty flowers and all that stuff. Did you remember the lenticular, like the 3D one where my head would go up and down on the?
No, I do not remember that.
Case?
Yeah.
Oh, those are rare if you ever find one of those. But it was like motion, like the children's books where the little rabbit hops through the field, or those 3D looking album cover. That was really neat. So anyway, it's just fun to check it all out.
Well, girl, I'm telling you, we're behind you 100%, and I'm going to get you back on here before long, see what's going on. Out touring, I'm going to come see you as soon as you get close enough to this. And Grand Ole Opry, that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, I'm writing with Lainey Wilson and Breland coming up, and Lori McKenna, and so I've got a good writing calendar going here in this coming month. And
well, now, do you like writing with people, or do you like doing solo?
I used to write so much solo, and now I really like to collaborate because I just feel like fresh ideas. The older you get, I always want to be open to, as much as mentoring is really cool to pass it forward, pay it forward, which we need to do. It's really important also to be open to fresh influences and what's happening, now, and like staying on trend with what's going on. So I welcome the collabs for sure.
I just think that's the songwriters, the way they get together. We've had Beth Nielsen Chapman on, and she actually teaches people how to do songwriting. That's just amazing how they share that talent. That's really cool.
Yeah, so, she's nice. I've met her. It's the theory of like, I don't ever want to be the one who says like the things my mom still says. I want to know what people are saying now.
Right.
Like words like groovy and I don't want to be that. I want to be the person that is in the current mainstream of what's going on.
I'm here and there. I'm actually a school bus driver, and I pick on my kids on the school bus, and I called this one little fella. I said, "You ain't nothing but a punk." And he said, "Like, I don't even know what that is." And I said, "Okay." So anyway, but
look, my granddaddy was a school bus driver. It was in my family. My dad's dad even.
Right.
Pass it to him, and then he passed it to my aunt, and she passed it to my cousin, and we had the school route in Winsboro, Louisiana, for decades and decades, and I'd ride that school bus when we'd go visit my grandma for Thanksgiving and Easter and stuff. And man, hats off to you, because that's a cool thing.
Great memories, no doubt.
Yeah,
Deana, we have got to get to a short break. Y'all go to Deana.com, follow all the stuff she's got going on. Buy some of this stuff. Buy that guitar, no doubt about it. And like I said, we're going to keep up with you. And thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Y'all go celebrate this beautiful day and have a blessed week, and we'll see you later.
All right. You take care. Thank you for spending a little time with us. And remember, you can tune in every morning at WJULradio.com at 8 a.m. Eastern. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel and like us on Facebook, The Morning Dish.